Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In a world often characterized by emotional turbulence, Stoicism offers a pathway to inner peace and resilience. Join us as we explore 7 fundamental Stoic lessons that provide the key to mastering your emotions and navigating life's challenges with unwavering resolve. Before we delve into these principles, we encourage you to like this content and subscribe to our channel for more insights into Stoic philosophy. Lesson 1: The Dichotomy of Control, Understanding What Truly Matters. Have you ever felt caught in a storm, not one of rain and thunder, but a storm of life, filled with unexpected events, disappointments, or sudden changes? The Stoics, philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome, offer a powerful anchor in such times: the dichotomy of control. Imagine planning an outdoor event, only to have it rain despite all your preparations. You cannot control the weather, but you can control your reaction. You could lament, become frustrated, or choose to adapt, perhaps moving the event indoors or seeing the rain as a refreshing change. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who rose from slavery to become an influential thinker, succinctly stated, "Some things are within our power, while others are not." This simple statement holds profound wisdom. Daily, we face countless situations. Some we can influence, like our routines, our reading, or our company. But many are beyond our grasp. Global events, the actions of others, the passage of time, and yes, the weather. The Stoics believed our well-being depends not on external events, but on how we interpret and respond to them. It's not the event itself, but our judgment about the event, that causes our emotions. Consider a setback, like not getting a desired job. Initially, it might feel like a disaster, but with time, you might realize it was a blessing, leading to a better opportunity or personal growth. To put this into practice, ask yourself, is this something I have control over? If yes, take action. If no, practice acceptance and adaptability. By internalizing this principle, we free ourselves from unnecessary anguish and navigate life with calm, knowing that while we cannot control the winds, we can adjust our sails. In a chaotic world, the dichotomy of control is a beacon of clarity, reminding us to focus our energy where it matters and embrace the serenity of knowing some things are simply beyond our control. Lesson 2: Reflect before reacting, cultivating thoughtful responses. In our fast-paced digital age, the art of reflection can seem antiquated. Yet, this very act of pausing and pondering is crucial. Consider the countless decisions we face, from simple choices like what to eat to significant ones like career paths. It's not just the magnitude of these decisions, but our approach to them that shapes our lives. Imagine receiving a message that strikes a nerve. Your immediate reaction might be defensiveness or anger. But what if, instead of reacting impulsively, you took a step back? This momentary detachment allows your emotions to breathe and be understood. Reflection isn't passive acceptance. It's active engagement with our thoughts and feelings. It involves asking questions. Why did this comment affect me so deeply? What underlying beliefs are influencing my emotions? Is my reaction based on the present situation or past baggage? Reflection fosters empathy. By giving ourselves time, we consider others' perspectives. Perhaps a colleague had a stressful day, or a friend didn't realize the weight of their words. Reflection opens the door to understanding, not just for ourselves, but for those around us. In relationships, this practice is a cornerstone. How many misunderstandings could be avoided if we reflected before reacting? Professionally, the ability to pause and ponder is invaluable. Leaders who reflect are often more respected and effective. Their decisions, born from reflection, often stand the test of time. In a world moving at breakneck speed, reflection is a form of rebellion, a quiet yet powerful statement that we won't be swept away by immediacy. It's a commitment to ourselves, our well-being, and the quality of our interactions. To reflect before reacting is more than a practice, it's a philosophy, championing depth over breadth, understanding over impulsivity, and meaningful connections over fleeting interactions. Lesson number 3, practicing dispassion, finding calm amidst the storm. In a world of emotional roller coasters, the idea of dispassion might seem out of place. However, it's not about suppressing emotions or indifference. It's about cultivating a balanced perspective, a calm amidst the storm. Imagine observing events, situations, and even your emotions without being overwhelmed. Think of watching a gripping movie. You experience tension, excitement, and perhaps sadness, yet a part of you knows it's just a movie. You observe, you feel, but you remain in your seat. This is the essence of dispassion, being deeply engaged with life, feeling its emotions, but knowing when to observe without getting lost in the drama. This approach is vital in our age of information overload. We're bombarded with news and notifications. Reacting passionately to everything would be exhausting. Dispassion offers a buffer, a way to engage sustainably. It also plays a crucial role in relationships. In heated conversations or disagreements, dispassion can be the difference between a productive discussion and a damaging argument. It allows us to listen effectively, to respond rather than react, and to navigate conflicts with understanding and grace. Cultivating dispassion begins with self-awareness, regularly checking in with ourselves, recognizing emotional triggers, and understanding our patterns. This creates space between stimulus and response, allowing us to choose our reactions. While dispassion might sound like detachment, it actually enhances life's joys. By not being overly attached to outcomes, we fully immerse ourselves in the journey, savoring each moment without fear of loss or change. Practicing dispassion is about finding equilibrium in a changing world. It's a compass pointing to inner peace, guiding us through life's terrains with grace. Lesson number 4. Will this matter in 5 years? Gaining perspective. Life is filled with moments that test our patience and resilience. From minor inconveniences to significant challenges, our days are punctuated by situations evoking a range of emotions. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to get swept up in our feelings. A missed deadline or a forgotten anniversary can feel like the end of the world. But one powerful question can shift our perspective. Will this matter in 5 years? This question is a mental time machine, transporting us to the future. Suddenly, that heated argument or missed opportunity is seen differently. Most things we fret about today will be forgotten. Consider your challenges from 5 years ago. How many still hold weight? This realization is humbling and liberating. This question helps prioritize concerns, distinguishing between short-term setbacks and long-term implications. A bad day at work might feel overwhelming now, but it's just one day in a career spanning decades. This perspective fosters resilience. When facing adversity, reminding ourselves of the bigger picture reduces anxiety and promotes problem-solving. Instead of getting bogged down, we strategize and adapt, knowing that time often brings clarity. This question also encourages us to focus on what truly matters. If we want lasting significance, we invest in relationships, personal growth, and experiences that stand the test of time. Will this matter in 5 years? Is a beacon guiding us towards a life of purpose, perspective, and peace. Lesson number 5. Keeping a Stoic Journal. A dialogue with the self-journaling is a tool for introspection, growth, and clarity. The Stoics, emphasizing self-awareness, were no strangers to this practice. A Stoic journal isn't just a diary, it's a space for reflection, a dialogue with oneself, dissecting emotions, decisions, and reactions. It's where the external world meets the internal, where events are weighed against personal values. Imagine ending your day by recounting not just what happened, but how you responded. Why did a comment upset you? What triggered that burst of joy? By dissecting our day, we understand our psyche's patterns, seeing the triggers that sway our mood and the values that guide us. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations wasn't for publication. It was a personal dialogue, a space to guide himself, remind himself of Stoic principles, and navigate life's challenges. You don't have to be an emperor to benefit from a Stoic journal. In our modern lives filled with distractions, introspection is crucial. A daily check-in is a grounding ritual, bringing clarity amidst chaos. Over time, this practice leads to profound insights. You might notice recurring stressors, prompting you to address them or change your perspective. You might find practices like gratitude elevate your mood. These patterns become a roadmap for personal growth. Beyond insights, a Stoic journal fosters accountability. By committing to daily reflection, we hold ourselves accountable for our reactions. It becomes harder to ignore mistakes. We're prompted to learn, adapt, and grow. Keeping a Stoic journal is like having a wise friend, always ready to listen, reflect, and guide. It's a commitment to personal growth, understanding oneself, and living a life aligned with one's values. Lesson 6. Seeing obstacles as opportunities. The path to growth. The world is rife with challenges. Obstacles are inherent to the human experience. But what if, instead of viewing them as burdens, we saw them as opportunities? The Stoics believed that while we cannot always control events, we can control our interpretation and response. This shift transforms challenges from setbacks to valuable lessons. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Every obstacle can propel us forward if we choose to see it as an opportunity. Consider a river encountering a boulder. Instead of stopping, it finds a way around, either eroding the boulder or carving a new path. The obstacle becomes an agent of change. Similarly, in our lives, challenges can redirect our paths, often leading to unexpected outcomes. A job loss might lead to a new career or a chance to start a business. A failed relationship might pave the way for personal growth. This Stoic perspective fosters resilience. When we view challenges as opportunities, we become more adaptable. Instead of asking, "Why me?" logically we ask, "What can I learn from this?" This doesn't mean we should seek out challenges, but it's about recognizing the potential within every challenge. By nurturing this potential with a positive perspective, we can transform obstacles into stepping stones. Lesson 7. Practicing gratitude, appreciating the present moment. In the tapestry of human emotions, gratitude is a golden thread. While it can arise spontaneously, the Stoics believed in the deliberate practice of gratitude, making it a daily ritual. Gratitude is more than saying thank you. It's a deep acknowledgement of the forces, moments, and individuals that enrich our lives. It's about recognizing the beauty in the mundane, the lessons in challenges, and the fleeting nature of every experience. Seneca said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This captures the essence of gratitude, being rooted in the present, cherishing every moment. Consider the simple pleasures we often take for granted: the warmth of the sun, the sound of laughter, a meal shared with loved ones. By acknowledging these moments, we magnify their significance. Practicing gratitude counterbalances our tendency to focus on what's lacking. By shifting our focus to what we have, we cultivate contentment and reduce feelings of envy. It also strengthens relationships. Expressing appreciation nurtures bonds and fosters mutual respect. In a world emphasizing more, gratitude reminds us of the abundance that already exists. It's a call to celebrate the present and embrace life with open arms. As we conclude, we're left with the echoes of ancient wisdom. How will you harness these Stoic lessons? Share your insights in the comments below, and let's continue this journey of self-discovery together. We hope you enjoyed this exploration of Stoicism. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and never stop seeking wisdom.